Hey guys, Ron Onesti here from the Displays Theater on the line with I gotta tell you, one of my all-time favorite people. Forget rock and rollers, forget music people. Mark, I gotta tell you, all the years we've been doing things together, you are truly an inspiration, honest to God.
Thank you, brother Ron. And it's you're an inspiration to me because we are real, and we hug each other. We're sincere about who we are. There's no bullshit going on. Can I say bullshit? It's okay.
Absolutely.
I'm a cussing
No,
Christian. Yeah,
don't worry about it, man. It's
appreciate.
all good.
Yeah, I appreciate you, and Lisa appreciates you. We always get the same treatment when we see you. Always glad to be with you because you make us feel very welcome and like family.
Well, that's because you are, many times I have prayed for Jesse. We have, God bless him,
Yeah,
and that whole journey that you guys took and continue to take.
yeah,
Our hearts are always with you and your family, of course. And what you've done for rock and roll, what you've done for, I tell you what, it's something, and I know you see this on the road too, because rock and roll for a long time, as you know, became a real business. I mean, it was just check in, sound check, play the show, collect the money, get out of town, do the next thing. And as we all get a little bit older, these experiences that we have are getting to be a little bit more and more important how they're being treated. And you gracefully, touched on the fact that we're like family when you come by. But I'm finding that is really the difference between us getting shows and us perpetuating our relationships over these Live Nation. I hate to say it, but these other, kind of a gray box, cold situations. Don't you feel that way?
yes, absolutely. And that whole thing started in like '96 when they deregulated the FCC. The whole corporate conglomerate takeover of the airwaves and the way things was being done. I mean, the music business was great. As you mentioned, it was a business. But then when the corporate got involved and you got all these money people, there was the heart kind of left, and the click track came in, and everybody had to play to the click track. But prior to, say that like the Phoenix album, when we played the Phoenix album, there was no click track on that album. It wasn't until later on, and everybody started using oh, you got to play to this little click, click, click. Everything before that, brother Ron, was played to the drummer.
Yeah,
The drummer
that's
kept the
achievement.
time, and he sped up and he slowed down. He was all over the place, but it felt real, felt human. And that's why I think that's part of the reason that people love that music from the 60s and the 70s, because there was no click track. It was, man, you could feel it. It had a better emotional expression.
Connection to the music. It wasn't a separation of vocalist and music like it got to be. I
Yeah,
mean, especially like in your show, so much passion, so much heart. I start every show with the national anthem. We thank our military personnel, we thank our first responders, we
God
thank our
bless
teachers, we thank all those heroes that got us through and continue to get us through.
you. Yeah.
You're such a patriot yourself. I mean, look at behind you. Man, that is so beautiful what you have back there. That's an exhibit. That should be like you know, that should go on the road. What you have behind you itself.
Yeah, man. Could be a postage stamp, brother.
I'm telling you, it's really cool, and I love the patriotism that you bring to our shows and to our venues. And I tell you what, there's some of these bands, the Guess Who, there's a few of them that when you go to a show, you just don't realize how many hits, how many songs you know. And I think that's a lot. That happens a lot with your show too. I mean, it blows me away. Obviously, with Grand Funk, all these hits that you voiced and continue to voice and doing your own show. I mean, I just love it because of the passion that you bring to it, and it's the voice. But all these hits, you're coming to us this Saturday night at Des Plaines Theater. It's a
That's right.
Veterans Day show. It's on November 11th, Veterans Day. So we've
Hallelujah.
got some veterans all coming. We're going to do a special salute to the veterans that night. And what better person to do that with than Mark Farner? What are they going to look forward to this Saturday night, Mark, as far as musically speaking?
Well, musically speaking, we're going to dive back into the stuff with no click track, you know, the stuff that people remember the feeling of. And especially the Vietnam veterans, because of the song "I'm Your Captain," that really
Man,
brought a lot of guys and gals through that war. We can never forget our ladies, our sisters too. That, you know, the brothers, of course, that carried the arms, but the sisters that were there with them, and they, you know, the union that we have for them is, it surpasses the neglect that they got when the Vietnam veterans came home and they were spat upon and they were cursed, and, you know, there was all this distaste, and I don't know how people can live with themselves cursing these people who risk their safety, they risk their lives to guard ours and give us the opportunity to live free. Brother, I cannot wait to play that music, to stir the emotions, to stir up the audience, to stir up the people, and to salute our veterans. And what Veterans Day is all about is the celebration of those brave folks, the very best that we got in this country, putting their lives on the line, putting it on the line for the sake of our freedom. God bless them, brother.
well, and God bless you, Mark, for joining the two. You know, our music, the music of our lives, the music that makes us feel good, that brings back our memories, tying that with salutes to the heroes of our country, our military men and women. Mark Farner, you are a hero to us. You're an icon to all of us in the country. God bless you and Lisa. We can't wait to see you this Saturday night at the Des Plaines Theater for Veterans Day, for a Veterans Day performance. Mark Farner, all the hits, Grand Funk Railroad, and more. But man, oh man, I tell you what, I'm not going to lie to you. There hasn't been a time when you've opened up, you know, the intro to "I'm Your Captain." There hasn't been a time, and those first notes, that a tear hasn't hit my eyes. I got to tell you,
God bless you, brother. Appreciate
I
it, brother.
can't wait to see you, man.
I'm looking
All
forward.
right, we'll see. We'll see you Saturday. Thanks again, buddy.
Bet, buddy.